Eyes wide shut or eyes wide open? No, this is not an invitation to an orgy. This is a video about what to do with your eyes open throughout the day when you are not meditating to stay on track, to heal from any kind of illness that you are experiencing, to find that relationship, to fall in love with somebody else or yourself, and to do practically anything you want in this world. Isn't that what you are longing for? Well, let's talk about it. There is no tool or technique more powerful than meditation. It is a profound experience. It is the one thing that will help you to calm down your mind, to calm down your nervous system, to reset, reboot your system, your body. Let your organs breathe. Let you breathe. Do all the things that are so important to get you back on track or to help you stay on track, to be happy where you are, to feel fulfilled and feel like your life matters. Meditation is awesome. I am the first one to raise my hand and say that I would want every single person in this world to do it. However, most of us do it for maybe an hour a day if you have been following somebody like Dr. Joe for a while and see why it is so beneficial. Nobody teaches meditation like Dr. Joe, and I love his work. The problem is that you have another 15 hours awake if you are lucky to sleep about 8. What do you do with those hours? I believe that the reason I ended up on Dr. Joe's stage is because I figured out what to do during all of those hours. Now, it was a lot of trial and error for me to get to the point where I started understanding what I did wrong. I sat literally on this couch for nearly 5 years figuring that out. I built my own little temple here in London, and I just sat and I sat and I sat. Now, through meditation, I managed to calm down my nervous system. I learned how not to scratch myself. I learned to rewire my brain and think different thoughts. I learned not to think. There were so many benefits that I got out of my meditation practice. But then I opened my eyes and I thought, what now? I often found myself stuck in really old thought patterns, in patterns that I didn't really know where they came from. I couldn't really decipher what they meant. I didn't know what to do with my overwhelming emotions. I tried feeling elevated emotions, the positive ones, and couldn't. And I was stuck in all sorts of issues trying to get to that place where I would feel better and where my body would feel better. And that was the big challenge. What the hell do you do all day long? We often talk about the greatest thinkers of our times. We mention people who have expressed a lot of interesting thoughts and added a lot to the conversation. But what does that really mean? What is a great thinker? What does a person do who thinks good thoughts? First of all, those thoughts need to be somehow aligned with what you are trying to get to. Unless there is a correlation between what you're thinking and where you're going, there's not much point in thinking, is there? Second of all, you probably want to think about how those thoughts feel. Do they make you feel good or do they make you feel bad? If you can figure that out, you've come a long way. Way farther than any other person on this planet ever throughout their life. And then you know that a thought is just a belief that you keep thinking over and over again. So if you keep thinking better thoughts, those thoughts will turn into new beliefs that serve you. And ultimately, your beliefs determine what you experience in this world. So if you form better, empowering beliefs, you will set yourself up for success. It's literally that simple. And yet, it's not. If it were that simple, I wouldn't be sitting here, you wouldn't be sitting there, and you would not be listening to what I'm saying, because you would have figured it out yourself. The thing is, the mind is a sneaky little bugger. It does all these things to stay put. It doesn't want you to change. It doesn't want to be exposed to the things that you are exposing it to. It does not want to meditate. You know that. Why? Because when you sit down, your mind goes crazy. It throws all sorts of curveballs your way. And then you think, maybe I'm just not a meditator. Bullshit. That's not what it means. It just means you're out of practice. And essentially, that's what you need. You need to practice. You need to figure out what to do during those 15 hours with your eyes wide open. That is the big challenge. And that is so profound when you figure that out. This week has been extraordinary in my coaching membership group called the Reboot, because the members inside the group are starting to figure out what they are doing wrong. Every week we have a group coaching call where I tackle a bigger subject during 1 week of the month, and then the remaining 3, I open up the subject a little bit. I give them exercises, homework, and I point something out that they are doing that they need to stop doing. And this work is life-changing, because many of the members inside my group have gone to various events, many Dr. Joe events. They've done all sorts of things, therapy and coaching and whatnot, and they have not figured out what they are doing wrong until they entered the Reboot. Sometimes it's such a blessing when you go through something really hard, because it forces you to look at yourself from the outside and watch what you are doing and realize that there are things that you could stop doing in this moment if you just had the tools. But if you stay stuck in those old programs, if you keep talking the same way, if you keep thinking the same way, if you keep feeling the same way, then there is no amount of coaching or programs or therapy or meditation that will get you out of that place, because it matters so much what you do every minute of the day. That is the life that you are living. That is the now. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. It doesn't matter what's going to happen in the future. Now is now. That is what you should be focusing on. And when you learn to focus in the moment, everything changes. First, it's a little tedious. I'm not going to lie. The members inside my group are like, holy fuck, I'm doing that? And I go, sorry, not sorry. And then they start changing the program and magic happens. They uncover old beliefs that they can now change. They get up and walk after being stuck in a chair for a long time. They experience less pain, more joy, all sorts of things that are just wonderful. And I want that for you too. So if you need help with rewiring your brain, with all the things that you do with your eyes open, feel free to email me. My email is in the description below. There are a few spots left for the Reboot this month, and I would love to see you there. Please let me know if this video has been helpful. Feel free to leave any comments below, and I shall see you in the next video. Much love. Remember to subscribe if you haven't yet.